Hello. So, someone told me to try out the Maw of Mischief for my minion life stacking Ignite build. And Jesus Christ, this helmet is so incredibly strong. Like, it's the strongest Ignite skill I've ever seen in this game, and I'm really impressed by it. And what this helmet does is it gives you Death Wish, which is like a really, really juiced up Detonate Dead, but for your minions instead of corpses. So, it does damage based on the minion life, so I'm using Stone Golems, which have the highest health pool by far. And since I have 250k life, it ends up being like 50,000 flat fire damage hit, which is absolutely bonkers for Ignite scaling. And it also gets increased damage per minion it affects. But that's kind of overkill, so instead of that I just pop the minions one at a time. Because it's a really high cast speed, so the playstyle is pretty nice. But sometimes you run out of minions, as you can see, so I'm also using Heart of Purity, which is like half the HP of the golems, but they get resummoned all the time when you kill stuff. So it's just a nice quality of life to always have like minions to pop. And the way I'm getting gem levels on these puppies is through Hands of the High Templar. This is a really easy amulet to source, or a glove to source, because everyone is corrupting these all the time. And you just need +1 gems and +2 minion gems on it. And combo that with the Empower, you can get the 21 or level 30 gem really, really easily. And after that, it doesn't really make sense to scale the gem levels anyways, so just a really clean way to do it. And for the passive tree, it's I am elementalist. It's kind of mandatory because this node makes it so you can the golems get resummoned after they die. Otherwise, you would have to like pop one, resummon, pop one. Kind of would really suck. So yeah, elementalist's mandatory. But it's also a really good ignite scaling ascendancy, so it's all good. And passive tree is something like this. The most important thing is grabbing Supreme Ostentation from Elegant Hubris. That way we don't have to worry about the stats at all, which means we can stack like 1,000,000 of these tattoos that give minions have increased life. So I'm stacking a bunch of these, going all the way around, grabbing all the good ignite scaling stuff, some golem points, just some generic ignite cluster jewel setup, and stealing Bone Barrier from Necromancer, which is just 20% more minion life. And going all the way down, grabbing Unwavering Stance for stun immunity, some max res, some life, and I'm converting all of the strength points into explosions. And that's pretty much it. Oh, since I'm using Stone Golems, I'm also running Animal Stone Jewel, so this one gives me +2 golems if I have 3 of these Primordial Might Jewels in, which, to be fair, they're really good jewels, like minion life and increased damage. And since I have automatic golem summons from the elementalist, it means the damage buff is pretty much up all the time. So yeah, nice jewel. And for the gear, since I don't have to scale any gem levels on the Death Wish, I can just use pretty cheap scepters with like increased fire damage, fire dot multi. And if you have an open prefix, you can also craft extra chaos damage, which is pretty dope. And for the rest of the gears, Cloak of Flames, so I don't get one-shot by every physical hit in the game. Don't have any Fismit, so must have. And some generic ignite scaling like Polaric Devastations for Ash, Barracks of Spite for Prolif, Legacy of Fury for Scorch, and just random rare pelt with life resists. And I'm also trying out Defiance of Destiny. So this is a really nice amulet because I don't have any sustain. Like I just have a little bit of regen. This makes it so I don't get killed by like big packs or big shotguns. Just a nice quality of life for mapping. But it doesn't do anything for one shots, so still kind of get wrecked sometimes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like you can start the build off with like 5 chaos and it already does insane amount of damage. But yeah, this is in total I think like 20 divines or 25 divines, so I'm pretty happy with it. But the main thing problem is it's really squishy. Like I have 4k life, a little bit of reach, and some res, and that's pretty much it. So I did manage to kill all of the Ubers, but it's really sketchy because you just get one shot by everything. It doesn't feel that nice, but it's felt fine. And yeah, let's do some map. So the playstyle is actually way nicer than I would have thought. Because they ignite Prolif and perks of Spite Prolif, it just makes it so you don't really have to cast that much. And the minions are also aggressive, so they're usually near mobs. Yeah, feels pretty freaking nice. And when you feel like your minions are dragged behind, or you know, they're not doing their job, you can just desecrate or convocation to bring them near you. Single target is absolutely wild. Don't even have time to debuff. Yeah, that's the build. Let me know what you think. I'll see you soon.